High School Fieldhouse. It is a big one here tonight. Thursday high school boys basketball. It's a conference game. It is a rivalry game as the Anoka Tornadoes 14-3 hosting the Champlin Park Rebels at 13-3 here tonight in their second meeting of the season. Along with Pete Hayes, I'm Jim Erickson, and this was a tight one. In fact, the last several meetings between these teams, Pete, have been very close. They played on January 2nd, and Champlin Park edged the Tornadoes, the Rebels, with an 86-85 victory.
Yeah, Anoka was up in that game with less than 5 minutes remaining by 11 points. So if you like up and down basketball, this is the place to be tonight. The tallest guy in the field, they're announcing, or not on the field, on the court, they're announcing right now is Tyler Wagner at 6'6". You look at Anoka's lineup, they're listed guard, 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 guard.
Yes.
Nobody's bigger than 6'4".
That's kind of the modern basketball lineup as you take a look at the starting lineup for head coach Aaron Klepner. Both of these head coaches are in their fourth seasons. And Champlin Park just one win shy of last year's total. They won 14 games last year, going 14-13. They are 13-3, starting Tilke, Wagner, Walter, Poost, and Plunkett. And when you look at that Champlin Park lineup, certainly Tyler Wagner sticks out, averaging 27.3, the transfer from Champlin Park. And on the other, from Totino Grace. Meanwhile, for Anoka, their starting lineup for fourth-year head coach Jesse Jefferson. Remember when Jesse took over the year before he took over, the Tornadoes were 0-19 on the season in the COVID-shortened season. They've really turned things around at 14-3, Pete, as you take a look at their starters.
Yeah, they really have, and they have some good athletes. A bunch of these guys played on that state tournament football team that made the Final Four this year, and they're led by Peyton Podani and Trey Borchards, the wide receiver quarterback combination.
Yes.
And they're very athletic kids. And like I said, they've thrown up they've made 135 three-pointers this year. 135. That's crazy.
Peyton Podani, 19.6 points per game. He averages almost 6 assists and 6.3 rebounds. Basically leads them in all statistical categories. And just this past week on Monday, committed to St. John's for basketball to play at St. John's. Another guy for Anoka to watch is Afia Beckway, the Northern Illinois wide receiver. He'll come off the bench tonight. He's scored 15, 16, and 15 in his last 3 games. So he's averaging just over 15 points a game in his last 3. And the Rebels tapped around. They're right to left in the white uniforms. Anoka getting the ball first off the tap, and they've got it. We're underway here from Anoka High School. Padani, Dominic Bakit, Dre Ellis. Back to Badani. Here's his drive. He goes on the opposite side on the reverse. And he scores. Their leading scorer gets him off and on the board first.
Yeah, Dre Ellis is another kid you need to watch for Anoka. He's averaging just over 13 points a game. He plays that point.
Poost. Tilke comes up high post. Tilke hands it off to Wagner. Wagner pull-up J is good for Tyler Wagner. We're tied at 2.
Well, the 2 leading scorers are getting in the act right away. We're going to see a lot of those 2 guys tonight.
Get those guys their touches. Anoka ball, Trey Borchers, Bakit. His strong drive, little off balance, missed. Rebound, Walter. Champlin Park will push it up ahead for Wagner. Pulls it up, Gavin Walter into the corner. Tilke, bounce pass underneath, tap back. Here's a long bomb for Wagner. He got it. And Tyler Wagner is feeling it here early. He has 5. He averages 27.3. His season high was the 40 points he scored in the win over Anoka earlier this month.
Well, he's not afraid to shoot it from outside. He'll take it inside. He has a great all-around game for Champlin Park.
Anoka ball, Podani. Strong, underhand, missed. Backside rebound cleared by Walter. Long feet ahead off the fingertips of Plunkett. Going to the basket hard was Poost. And off of that, we're going to get a whistle and no foul, it appears, just on the baseline out of bounds. It'll stay with Champlin Park. They lead at 5-2.
Yeah, Lackinen tried to throw it off a Champlin player underneath the basket, but missed him, and Champlin Park will get the ball back.
Rebels to inbound. Walter averages 7.5 points a game. Season high 16 against Maple Grove. He'll lob it all the way into the backcourt to Tyler Wagner. Averaged right around 13 points a game last year at Totino Grace. Top-ranked Totino Grace. That's one of the losses here. The last loss for Anoka was against Totino Grace. As this is going to be a whistle and a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against the offensive team.
Yeah, I can't imagine what Totino Grace would look like if you put that kid back on that team, because he's a player and they are loaded. That's one of the Anoka losses so far this season.
No foul on the play, just a violation. Anoka ball down by 3. The 3 doesn't go. It rattles around there for Dre Ellis, who's very good from 3. Back to Ellis, misses. That's uncanny, 2 misses from Ellis. He's about 44% from three-point land.
Yeah, he's not afraid to throw it up, so he'll keep throwing it up there until it drops in.
Wagner draws a double team. Drive by Poost. Drive to the basket, up and in. Walter, nice baseline. Off to a 7-2 lead here, the Rebels.
Yeah, good start here for Champlin Park. That's what they need to do, is get off to a good start. They want to win this game in Anoka's gym.
Padani hands it off. Dominic Bakit averages 8.5 a game. Just under 4 rebounds a game. Strong drive. That's been Anoka's only play here, is that drive, and Champlin Park's been able to defend it pretty well. Left-hand drive to the basket, to the left hand, then to the right hand. Underhand by Wagner. That didn't go. Rebound, pass underneath, right back up and in. Kyler Poos scores. And it's a 9-2 Champlin Park start to this one here at Anoka. And the Tornadoes call a timeout.
Yeah, the little hustle plays, Jim, by Champlin Park so far. They've got a couple of offensive rebounds and turned them into 4 points. You know, that's a big part of their 9-2 lead here, and we're just a few minutes into the game.
Live from the Anoka Fieldhouse. A lot of bustle going on here at the high school. Parent-teacher conferences here tonight. That must have been one of your favorite parts of teaching, Pete.
Well,
no comment.
The good thing was I taught physical education,
right.
And we didn't see a whole lot of parents.
No, exactly. Talk about little Bobby's inability to kill penalties on floor hockey, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what he would
exactly.
do. Would say,
yeah, they didn't want to hear
right.
that.
We'd like to see them shoot a little more from 3 when we play basketball. 2-minute mark here. 3-minute mark here, the first half. Just under 15 minutes left to go. Dre Ellis has got the ball. Padani here for Anoka. They called the timeout. He spins, fade away from 12, missed. And Anoka cold from the field here. Plunkett with a rebound. Up for Poost, right back out to Plunkett, and knocked away out of bounds off of the Rebels. And that'll give it Anoka, give them the ball here, down by 7.
Yeah, as close as we expect this game to be, Anoka doesn't want to get down by many more here early on in the first half.
Dre Ellis will bring it up. He had a high of 27 against Spring Lake Park. Stolen. Tilke read the pass, lays it up and in. Preston Tilke's first basket of the game. They've had 4 different scorers put points on the board here. 11-2 for Champlin. Ellis moves it back outside to Padani. Bakit. Rebels good defense here. They're not giving Anoka a lot of options. There's that runner. This one's good by Borchers. And he scores and gets a foul.
Yeah, it's important for Borchers to get going here tonight. He's that second scorer to Podana, and here's another look with that right hand, putting it up high off the glass and down. And like you talked about earlier, Anoka's had 4 or 5 of those, and that's only the second one to go.
Nice touch by Borchers. He'll go to the line. Foul called on Kyler Poost. First personal, first team foul for Champlin Park. Borchers rolls out, no good. Wagner clears the rebound, gives it off to Poost. 11-4, Champlin Park on the far elbow. Inside the lane, bounce pass. Tilke gets it to Walter. Walter watched by Borchers. Tilke drives, jump stop, kicked out. Plunkett for three. Backside rebound, Tilke. And a foul on the rebound, and it's going to be on Tilke, it appears, against Champlin Park. That'll give it to Anoka.
Yeah, I think let's see, we got another look at it right here. Gave him a little push in the back.
Yeah, a little push, yeah. Pushed him underneath the hoop. Anoka ball down by 7. Peyton Padani hands it off to Abikwe, who's into the game now. Back to Borchers, right back to Abikwe. And he lays it up and in off the bench. And he's been strong the last 3 games. Underneath Wagner, they forgot about him. Wagner flashed wide open, took the feed. He has 7.
Well, that's not the guy you want to forget about. It's number 2 for Champlin Park.
Padani, Borchers, right back underneath Padani. Great ball movement on the far side. The shot by Keith, though, he missed the 3. Rebound cleared Tilke. Wagner averaging just over 27 a game. Walter, now Tilke. Kicked out Poost. Spinning, bump there Poost. Back out right side along the baseline. Underneath the Wagner, tapped around, stolen. Hibbler with the interception, and he'll push it. Hibbler will take it himself. Underhand layup is good. He gets the roll. And the foul for Kamari Hibbler.
You know, the thing I've noticed about this Kibler kid is the same thing in football. He does not lack confidence. You know, when he was on that football field, it was the same way. And right there, it's like, I'm going to take this thing to the hoop and put it down and then show my enthusiasm. So big basket there for Anoka, and they're back within 5.
Coach Jesse Jefferson says that one of the things about him is his unrelenting energy. For Kamari Hibbler, chance for a 3-point play, get this to a 4-point game. Foul is on Poost, his second personal. That foul shot is no good. 0 for 2 from the line, both and ones here for Anoka. They're down by 5. Champlin Park ball. Mo Jallo into the game now for the first time. Tilke, fade away on the baseline. Short, rebound, ripped down, Abekwe. Abekwe averages 5 rebounds a game. Padani brings it up, favors the near side wing. Borchers, couple of left-hand dribbles. He's got Wagner on him. Champlin Park in the man-to-man. Strong drive again. This time Hibbler couldn't get it to go as he stumbled through. Rebound Rebels. Wagner cutting down the middle was Plunkett, stripped away. Anoka ball. They move it. Wonderful passing, and the shot does not fall. It rolls off for Bakit. Rebound Rebels. End-to-end action here.
Yeah, we expected that up and down the court. Couple of nice passes by Anoka, but couldn't finish. And Champlin Park, they're going to call the foul on the court.
Yeah, no shot there. Nice pass. Plunkett shot went, but foul on the floor.
Yeah, it's up and down just like we expected.
Be the first team foul here on Anoka. It's on Hibbler. 13-8, Champlin Park. They won both meetings last year. Anoka's last win was 2 years ago, 75-64, with Champlin Park winning the earlier meeting. Rebels on the inbound. They work it around. Here's Wagner. Big 3. Rolls out. Rattles out. Far side ends up in the hands of Podani. Brings it up for the Anoka Tornadoes. Podani inside the lane. Wheels around. Gives it up. Borchers back in the middle. Kicked around. Who last touched it? Official asking for some help. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Tornadoes.
Yeah, all 3 of them kind of looked at each other and said, you make the call. And I guess they're going to go with the home team on this one. That was close.
Podani inbound in front of the Rebel bench. In the comfy confines here at the Anoka Fieldhouse. Podani into traffic, almost had it stripped away. Then he finds Borchers, but he can't get the roll. He put the spin on the basket on the hoop, and it rolled off out of bounds to Champlin Park.
Anoka has not had a lot of luck underneath there. They've had 4 or 5 what you thought would be slam dunks, and they come away with no points once again.
Rebel ball, Walter to bring it up. Ellis is on him. Jallo hands it off. Wagner free throw line. There's a fadeaway. That's off. And Padani saves the rebound and gets it into Hibbler. Tornadoes back. Hibbler, shifty move at the timeline. Over to the far side. Ellis 3. Oh, that was down, came out. Ellis 0 for 3. Shoots 44%, but missed that one.
Boy, that thing was all the way down and came back out.
Now Tilke back to Wagner. Step away 3. Short. He's gotten cold. And the rebound to Lackinen. To Padani. Still a 5-point game. Both teams have gone cold here. As we near 10 minutes left. Big bomb by Hibbler from about 24, maybe 3.
It was out there.
It was out there. Not quite NBA range. And it's Walter. Cuts through the middle. Kicked out. Jallo having trouble controlling, and it's Ellis who will bring it across. Takes it to the middle. Bounce pass underneath. Nifty feed to Lackinen. Back in the middle. Tapped away, and it's stolen. Davis ends up with it. Davis for Champlin Park. Walter over to Wagner. Here's his 3. That's no good. Rebound ripped down by Abekwe. Went down to the floor, and we're going to get a whistle on the floor and a foul. A lot of scrambling and hustle here in both of this for both of these teams in this game, but we've been stuck at 13-8 here for a while.
Yeah, that was a foul on the floor. Not quite sure who that went on, but it's going to be an easy basket there by Wagner. Instead, it's Champlin's ball, taking it out, leading by 5.
Anoka's second team foul. Foul on Lackinen, that's his first. Quick inbounds, and Wagner missed. Rebound, Jallo goes right back up. That comes off. Bickway may have gotten a piece of it. And it's the Tornadoes bringing it up. Caleb Shearer is in for the first time. Out to Ellis. Will drive to the elbow. Fadeaway shot. That doesn't go. The lid is on the rim right now for both teams. It's still 13-8. And another whistle and a foul. It's going to be a hold on Anoka.
Yeah, Anoka's had a lot of opportunities, as has Champlin Park, and ball's just not going right in right now. We still have a 5-point game.
Concho Inquente, 6'2" senior off the bench, is into the game now. Number 32, good rebounder off the bench. 9:20 left first period. Both teams with 3 team fouls. 13-8 Champlin Park. We've been stuck here for a while. Jallo drives. Wagner double team, stripped by Padani. Rolls on the floor. Inquente ended up with it. Pass into the front court. Stolen by the Rebels. They've got it back, and they'll settle it down.
Boy, that hard work by Podani to get the ball, and then they gave it right back.
Walter sets up the offense. Anoka man-to-man. Walter off a little bit of a screen, and they're going to call an illegal screen. It'll be against Champlin Park. That'll send it the other way here for Anoka.
You know, both of the coaches before the game said that they have a lot of depth, and they're using that right now. Anoka with only 3 of their starters in the game, and Champlin Park with the same.
Foul on Jallo, his first, 4th team foul here on Champlin Park. Podani, backdoor cut, layup does not go, with some backside pressure on the shot by Shear. And the Rebels end up with a rebound. It's still 13-8. Walter. Jallo. Walter, spin, shot, that doesn't go. Rebound, fought for, out of bounds, Anoka ball.
Boy, as many of those easy shots that Anoka's missed, they are extremely lucky to still be in this game, as Champlin Park's shooting percentage has also gone down here in this second half, the second part of the first half.
Great rivalry matchup here tonight on QCTV. The just across the river rivalry. Here's Ellis. Can he hit one? He does. His first of the night. Anoka would love to see him heat up. 13-11.
Well, he's one of the 3 3-point shooters for Anoka, along with Borchers and Podani. So if you get him going, that's a big plus for Anoka.
Tyler Wagner. Pushed out on the defense by Podani. Hands it off to Jallo through the paint. Out to the right side. A 3. A lot of spin on that one. And Peerless Davis answers the 3. 16-11. Ellis, Shearer. Anoka ball. They're in the black with the white and the maroon. Podani Stops just outside the paint. Here's Ellis again. Back iron. Long rebound. Nobody went for it for Champlin Park, and Ellis had it, but he kicked it out of bounds. Rebels didn't go for it. I think they thought it was going to go out of bounds, and then Ellis snuck in there right down the sideline in front of the Rebel bench, as you saw. But basically he had a gift rebound, but could not control it.
Yeah, a lot of indecision there on Champlin Park, but they left Dre Ellis wide open, who made his last three-pointer but missed that one.
Champlin Park's largest lead was at 9, 11-2. Right now at 16-11. They're up by 5. And a little pressure there by Lackinen. And a little too much pressure. He's going to get called for his second personal foul, trying to pressure that ball.
Yeah, Lackinen, one of the younger guys on the team, coming in at 6'4". Let's see if I can see his average here. He's averaging 4.6 points a game with quite a few rebounds.
Inbounds, gets it back from Poos, jump stop, does the hook shot, and he scores over Lackinen. Preston Tilke, his 4th point of the game, and then an immediate whistle. Technical?
Well, I don't.
Technical foul called, I think, against Anoka. He's pointing to Anoka's bench. 18-11 Champlin Park.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. It must have been something that was said.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes after a basket, you'll see a player kick a ball away. A lot of times that's a technical for delay of game. You don't let the other team take the ball after the made basket and you kick it away. I did not notice that.
No, I'm guessing, and I think it came from the bench area too, so it's probably on one of the coaches.
Wagner. 2 technical foul shots here for Champlin Park. Chance for some freebies here. And Wagner now has 8. Wagner's had 33 against Andover, 33 against Spring Lake Park. He has 7 games of 30 or more points here for Tyler Wagner. And he makes them both there. Give him 9 for the game. And they'll get the ball. Their lead back to 9, matching its largest.
Well, that's a tough call right there. You got 2, and then you get a chance to score 2 or 3 more here. And they're already up by 9.
Tilke to Poos, back to Preston Tilke. Takes it strong, and what's the call? He crashed into a defender. That defender might have been inside the semi-circle. And I think they're just right now discussing, the 2 officials, to see where that defensive player was. It looks like it's going to be a blocking foul. Paquette.
Yeah, that's his first, but 6 already on Anoka.
So Tilke, 2 shots. 1 more foul in Anoka, and we're into the bonus. No good. Rattles out for Preston Tilke, averaging 14.1 a game. His 23 against Anoka earlier this month, his season high.
Yeah, he's a good player. I remember watching him last year. He's their top player coming back from last year's team. But then you get that added on player in Tyler Wagner, and that makes it a totally different team.
He's a 6'5 senior, but he misses both free throws. Rebound to Ellis. Ellis, Paquette, 9-point game. Padani, left-hand drive, goes in. The floater off the glass doesn't go. Big rebound, back up and in by Inquente. Mentioned his prowess off the bench, 6'4 senior. Rebound and putback. His first hoop, 7-point game. And it's stripped away. Ellis has got it back. Anoka with a push. They're down by 7. They could cut it further. Ellis drives, goes underhand, fingertip roll. Batted away, and Poost has it. It's Champlin Park. Wagner, Euro step on the reverse. It rolls off. Rebound Anoka. Right back to the Tornadoes. Paquette, long feed Borchers. Fakes the 3, drives against Davis, and gets a push from Peerless Davis, and a foul on the floor.
Yeah, Champlin Park did a nice job right there getting back on defense. Against a quick player like Borchers, he was ready to drive that baseline, but Champlin Park defender cut him off. So nice job by Champlin Park playing defense.
Foul on the floor. Inbounding here will be Kamari Hibbler, just back into the game. Averages 5.1 points off the bench, and DeBorchers misses his 3 attempt. Tilke with the ball. Champlin Park by 7. Poost, Tilke, crossover outside the arc. Here's his penetration. He's going to spin. Bounce pass back down to Jallo. Kicked out Davis. Poost, Tilke. Tilke drive, stripped away. It's a steal. Padani back with the ball for Anoka. Brings it right down the middle. He's denied there by Wagner. He hands it off. Bakit down to the box. Borchers spins, underhand, scores. Borchers with an up and under for his 4th point of the game. 5-point game.
Yeah, nice play right there by Borchers. Goes to that up and under, like you said, puts Anoka back within 5.
Jallo to Tilke, dials up, long distance missed. Padani, and behind him was Wagner, got a piece of it. So it's off of Wagner, and it stays here with Anoka. They'll get it back going the other way.
Yeah, Wagner's going to sit down, and this is the first. Well, I know he's going to stay in the game. I don't think he's been out yet, but he's going to stay in the game with just a little over 5 minutes remaining.
5-point game. Anoka has not led. Padani. Jump shot, little leaner, doesn't go from 10. The rebound, and it's on the baseline. And a timeout called. So good timeout there because Gavin Walter was balancing along the baseline, and head coach Aaron Klepner decided, hey, let's use a timeout here and preserve the possession because it looked like he might fall out of bounds.
You know, this is a great game, Jim, for these guys. You're getting down towards the end of it here. I believe we've got about 8 games left for each of these teams, something like that. You know, and it's a high-pressure game. Both teams up at the top of the conference along with Maple Grove and Totino Grace. And there might be a little bit of nerves going on right now because these teams average almost 80 points a game. So they only have 20 with 5 minutes, 20 and 15 with 5 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Last check, Totino Grace ranked number 1. There's Maple Grove as well, highly ranked. They're both undefeated in the Northwest Suburban. Based on wins, Champlin Park and Anoka above them, but they do have losses. Champlin Park 9-1. They've matched last year's conference wins total already. Anoka's already surpassed both their overall and conference win totals from last year. With Anoka 9-2 in the conference, they finished last year 7-11. Champlin ball, up by 5. Wagner following the Champlin Park timeout. Wagner fall away, doesn't go on a 12-footer. Back iron again. Pushed off the rebound, Hibbler. Kicked out, Bakit. Rolls off, no good, but crashing the glass was Inquente. And he lays it up over the rim. Strong power move by the big man. Well, and it's a 3-point game.
He's had a couple of big baskets for Anoka on rebounds that they really needed to keep him in this game.
Walter to Davis. On the right side, here's Selikpo with his drive. Check that was Plunkett stripped away, and a foul is going to be called. Anoka grabbed the ball, and then Champlin trying to get it back. Those are the fouls that you've already given the ball up on a mistake or a turnover or something, or a missed shot or block shot. And the foul is called on Jallo, his second personal.
And that Hibbler, he's the energy bunny. He's the smallest guy out there in the court, but he's not afraid of anybody. He's go, go, go.
So game still at 3. Anoka could tie it with a 3. 4 minutes left to go first half. Padani with Borchers cutting, nothing there. Clear out here on the near side for Padani. Spins, goes and falls up short, but there's another rebound in Quente. Cutting, Borchers running, no good. Tapped out of bounds, no foul off of that rebound. It's going to be on Champlin Park. That'll be their 7th, and that'll put Anoka in the bonus.
Well, that's been Anoka's offense, is going to the hoop, taking people on one-on-one. It just hasn't been dropping for them. So if they can get some of those three-pointers to start dropping, they'll be right in this game as they are right now at 2017.
Foul was on Preston Tilke, his second. Into the game now, Colden Johnson, just an 8th grader, number 33, 6'4", averages 3.6 points a game, is a good rebounder off the bench as well. But again, just an 8th grader.
There's another miss by Anoka, and that's been killing him so far here in the first half.
20-17. That was a 1-1. Walter. Champlin Park holding on to a 3-point lead. Gavin Walter has it out on the baseline against Borchers, and he steps out of bounds. Turnover, Champlin Park, Anoka ball.
Yeah, talk about Colden Johnson. That's just crazy. An 8th grader playing in the Northwest Suburban, and he's 6'4". I'll tell you what, he has a bright future.
Seeing significant minutes here on the varsity. Johnson has it, back away, opposite away from the ball. Foul on Anoka. So an offensive foul on Bakit. Second personal, both teams now. 17 fouls. We are in the bonus, but player control foul in the backcourt. Champlin Park, no foul shots. They'll come back the other way.
Yeah, Drew Ellis is back in the game for Anoka, as is Tilke for Champlin Park.
Raphael Kilby into the game for Champlin Park, too. Kilby's got the ball now. Then he hands it off to Wagner. Didn't quite square up. That 12-footer in the lane falls off. Rebound Borchers. Up ahead Ellis. Underneath Padani. And the layup doesn't go. Padani probably makes that in his sleep. But it just rolled off. Rebound Tilke. Still a 3-point game. Trapped away by the 8th grader. Here comes Johnson all the way in. And it's blocked by Kilby. Got back and got it before it got to the rim. Now back the other way, and a two-hand little layup by Tilke. Didn't quite get the elevation for the two-hand dunk, but he still laid it up and in to get the points. 5-point game again. Hibbler looks three, drives, no, doesn't get the bounce. Rebound loose, still loose, and it's Kilby for Champlin Park.
Boy, Anoka's going to look back at their game film and all these baskets that they missed underneath. But nice job by Hibbler on the rebound and going to the hoop.
It's Tilke. Here's his drive, stripped and out of bounds off of Ellis. Ellis reached back, got all ball, it appeared. It'll stay here with Champlin Park.
Yeah, nice drive by Tilke. Here's another look at it. Ellis did get all ball, but it was off of him. Good call by the officials.
Preston Tilke to inbound. Out to Kilby. Walter gets it into Wagner, their top scorer. Tries to work against Podani. Gets some help there from Hibbler, and he'll kick it right back out. Walter, long bomb. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Rebound, Wagner forces back up. Doesn't get that one to roll. Gets his own rebound again and scores. And a foul for Tyler Wagner. Persistence paying off. He has 11, and he's got an and one up and coming.
Boy, he really worked in there, coming up with a couple of rebounds and finally putting it in. Here's another look. The three comes off. He goes up high, out muscles Podani for the ball. Then out muscles the 8th graders. Got it again and sticks it back in.
27.3 average on the season. Looking for point number 12. Can't get it. His first miss from the free throw line here tonight. Minute and a half left to go in the first half. 24-17. That lead is back to 7. And there's Colden Johnson, his first basket. Averages 3.6 off the bench.
Yeah, nice.
Back to a 5-point game.
Nice move there by the 8th grader.
Minute 20 left. Kilby, long three, no good. Johnson rebounds it for Anoka. 24-19, Champlin Park, and Anoka has not led in this first half. Hibbler lost his balance. Davis dives after it, gets it to Plunkett, and they'll settle it down. Walter here for Champlin Park, left-hand dribble. Backdoor cut, Kilby. Far side, Plunkett missed on the three. Rebound, Wagner puts it on the floor. Strong move, and Wagner's got another one. And one, give him 13 for the game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding again there by Wagner, and I don't think he's sat down this first half. He has 14 already, so he's halfway to his total on the year, and we're not quite to half.
Wagner a chance to add to the lead here. It's back to 7. Anoka had it down to 3 at one point. The Wagner free throw is good. 14 for Wagner. 45 seconds left. Tornadoes fired into the front court. Borchers, his pass. Good anticipation. Wagner steals. Dangerous pass back out on front. Wagner's got it. Baseline drive out to Davis. Underneath. Walter up and good. Turns the turnover into points. Champlin Park by 10 now, their largest lead.
Yeah, making a little push here to the end of the first half. It's big bucket time for Anoka right now.
Shot clock is off. 15 seconds left. Anoka looking for the last shot. Ellis along the baseline bumped. Plunk trying to stop him right there. Plunk it right at the timeline. And he'll get flagged for the foul.
Yeah, I don't think he needed to do that. It puts Anoka back at the foul line, but Anoka's been pretty cold from that foul line. So
they have not made one yet. I have them 0 for 3.
This is pretty important here for Anoka to try to cut into this 10-point lead.
Still just 1-1. Ellis got it. He has 4.
Anoka needs to make sure they get back now and play defense here with only 10 seconds left in this first half.
That one also good. Ellis makes them both. He has 1 3, and then the 2 free throws. He has 5. And he leads Anoka in scoring here in this low-scoring first half. Tornadoes averaging 77.6 points per game. Champlin Park 74.7. So 10.1 left. Inbound. Champlin Park across the timeline. Walter. 5 seconds left. Walter off a Davis screen. Right side hesitation. Drives in. Force up a shot. Taps it around. Rebound Anoka. And there's the horn. And that's the end of our first half of play. It was Champlin Park leading the entire first half. Anoka, Pete, had it down to 3 and then a little run at the end. Champlin Park got it up to 10, and it'll be at 8 as they head to the locker room here, Pete.
Yeah, both teams are getting very good looks at the basket. It's who's going to make them in the second half. So we should have a good second half, and it's an 8-point game right now.
Rebels 21, Rebels 29, Tornadoes 21. You're watching high school boys basketball on QCTV Sports.
Time to lace up those skates because outdoor skating in Champlin is now open for 2025. That's right, outdoor rinks and warming houses are now open, weather permitting. Lights for the warming houses will turn on at dusk. But hey, let's rewind for just a second, just to see how Champlin Public Works creates the ice for these rinks. First off, the trucks drive out. Spreading water evenly across the ground, which creates thin layers of ice. And after some fine tuning, presto, you have outdoor skating rinks. Here are a few locations that will be open for outdoor skating. For the full list of outdoor rinks, weather updates, and hours of operation. Be sure to follow the City of Champlin on social media as well as their website. We cannot wait to see you out on the ice.
It's just individual talent. They've come together, super well early in the season. Usually it's individuals trying to be, their own player. They've really bought into, we're going to share the ball, we're going to move it, we're going to get open shots because of that.
I feel like liking each other off the court has helped us to be successful on the court.
As a captain, I would say bring energy and lift other people's up.
I say our key to success has been defense. Defense wins games, but also on the offensive end, when we move the ball, we're really hard to stop.
Offensively, we've come out, really hit our stride early on in the season, which isn't super typical with a lot of basketball teams. Usually offense struggles, but we've done a good job of scoring a lot of points and then trying to hold the other team to as many, least points as possible.
Differently, we're older this year. Last year we had a younger group. This year I'd say that we've all matured on the court and off the court. I feel like similarly we have good shooters. We got a bunch of good shooters this year.
Really just some of the things that we're already good at. We can always get better at just continue to move the ball on offense, play with pace, and then our defense too.
The fire, I guess, in the players, it's been building for the last couple of years. That intensity at practice, that intensity in the games, has been similar to what we've done the last few years, and it just built off of each other.
The energy that we bring, and then offensively we can score quite a bit, so that's a key piece as well.
Very heavily involved with the youth program. I try to go see every youth team at least once each year, multiple times. I'll see the 8th graders. But we do summer camps here, try to build them their skills so once they get to the high school level, they know what we're trying to do. And then once they get into high school, we're a program that builds year after year. Our freshman B team is doing the same exact thing that a varsity team is doing. So by the time that they get to varsity, they know exactly what we're trying to do. We're always doing skill development too, whether it's in the summer, fall, winter. We're doing skill development so that the guys that want to play college basketball can develop those skills to be able to play college basketball at that level. Goals is always trying to get these guys better, on and off the court, even more focused off the court. At some point, basketball is going to end. They got to be good husbands. They got to be good fathers. They got to be, good people once that basketball, portion of their career is done. So, trying to get them prepared for real life is the most important thing that we're, focused on here.
Hi, I'm Tom Goodrich, founder of Fishing for Life. Looking for a meaningful way to engage your employees? Our REI program offers corporations the chance to make a difference while fostering teamwork and connection. We're mobile, so we come to you and we bring everything you need. Together, your team will rebuild thousands of rods and reels, giving them a second life. These aren't just fishing rods, they're tools of hope, ready to be given to kids and veterans who need them most. Make your next corporate event truly impactful. Visit fishingforlife.org to schedule your team's volunteer experience today. Together, we can make a difference. One cast, one connection, one life at a time.
I'm Pete Turok, president of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce, inviting you to watch the January edition of the Chamber Report right here on QCTV. We are going to wrap up 2024 and we are ready to get rocking with 2025. We'll talk about some big upcoming events as we have some major events coming up in the month of February, and then member profiles. You're going to learn about a brand new member of the Chamber, its distinctive drafting and design. You'll learn what they do, all of that coming up on this month's show.
So my name's Krista Gordhammer. This is the Artery Studio, where you can come take stained glass classes start to finish, or even pick up projects that are cut for you and you can finish here. I also have mosaic classes and a friend who's teaching glass fusing classes.
You might have heard of the Artery Studio before when it was in Ramsey, but owner Krista decided to move locations to Anoka because she grew up in the area.
I used to be an art teacher, and during COVID it just stopped being fun. And I was telling my parents about how unhappy I was with my dream job not working out to be so fantastic. My dad told me I should come to this old office building where he used to have a space, and I should open up my own studio to teach classes there. So that's where the Artery was born. I get to do whatever I want every single day. I can't wait to get here every day and just get working on glass. The next thing we are doing is wrapping all of our pieces with copper foil tape, and most of us have opaque dark glass. So today I have a group making their own sun catchers. They got to design their projects, choose all their glass, cut the glass, grind the glass, and right now they're foiling, and in a few minutes we'll be soldering.
From beginner or experienced, the Artery Studio is a great spot to be.
Yeah, I try to make the process as easy as possible, which is kind of why most weeknights I'll have it cut out ahead of time, because cutting is really the hardest part. You'll end up breaking a lot of glass and getting frustrated and just throw your hands up and say, this is not for me. But I think today I had a little bit of practice glass cutting for people. They really got their feet wet with it and took off with it.
And every artist has a favorite piece they've made.
We are getting set for the second half. You see the score right there. Champlin Park at 29-21. Halftime lead going into the second half. Tyler Wagner leading all scorers with 14. Preston Tilkey had 6. Walter 4. Poos 2. And Peerless Davis with 3 to lead Champlin Park. And the Rebels have the ball in the white uniform. Second half underway. Tilkey drives. Stop. Layup. Good. Off the glass. Nice touch. He has 8. And Champlin Park scores early here. Opening possession of half number 2.
Nice job by Tilkey there. They drew that one up in the locker room and got him in a one-on-one, and he went by the defender and scored.
Padani held to just 2 points in the first half, averaging nearly 20. Borchers, here's his drive. Strong move and a blocking foul.
Yeah, Podani, Borchards, Ellis, those are the 3 leading scorers, and Anoka only has 21 points. So you get those guys going, and we're going to be in for a good game. But if they shoot like they did in the first half, it's going to be all Champlin Park.
Borchers will go to the line. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Anoka in the first half, 2 for 5. Ellis led Anoka in the first half, 5 points. And then Hibbler 2, Lackinen 2, free throw no good. Beckway 2, Padani had 2. And Quente 4 off the bench. Borchers also had 4. Ellis led him, as we mentioned, with 5. That one's good. Borchers 1 out of 2, 5 points. 31-22, 9-point Champlin Park lead.
That's another thing Anoka needs to do better in this second half is free throws. Champlin Park did a little bit better job than Anoka did.
Poost in the corner almost carried that ball. Walter from Wagner, Tilkey, right hand out of the left hand, back to the right hand, off the glass strong. Rebound Padani to Borchers, he sails in, layup is good, and a foul for Trail Borchers.
You can see Borchard just breathe a sigh of relief. He's had about 4 or 5 of those right by the hoop in the first half, and this one he puts down and one.
Borchers with 7. He's the man here in the second half. He's had all 3 points here for Anoka. He can make it 4 here with the foul shot. Foul was on Plunkett, second personal, second team foul this half here on the Rebels. They'll quick substitute. Actually just flip-flop. They'll put Tilke down on the out on the lane. And Plunkett is, check that, Poost is back talking to Aaron Klepner, the former Rebel. Played his high school ball at Champlin Park.
It was funny. He was over there talking to his player, and Dre Ellis went down there and stood right next to him, just in case.
Like he was eavesdropping.
Everybody kind of had a good laugh about that one, but not a dumb move. All of a sudden they get a rebound and he's standing down court.
So the foul's going to be on Wagner, not Poost. So that's his first. So that's what they were sorting out. Borchers to the line, trying to complete an and one. Get this to a 6-point game. Free throw, strong. Back iron, rebound, ripped down by Lackinen. Back into the corner, Padani. Paquette, Ellis. Straight away against the Rebel man-to-man. Bumped up against Walter. Back for Borchers. Here's his drive. Matt, underhand, fingertip roll. And he lays it up and in. Nice touch. Borchers has all their points. Scored 5 points here in the second half. 31-26, 5-point game. Here's Walters, lost his balance, falls to the floor. Scramble on the floor, picked up by the Rebels. And it's in the corner, and Walter hits it. So great hustle by Tilke, and then Walter hits the 3, his 7th point of the game.
Yeah, that's a big 3 right there. Anoka was cutting that margin into 6. It's right back up to.
Ellis fakes the 3. Now he pulls up, 15-footer missed. Wagner the rebound. And we are going to get an official's timeout. Not sure what they're pointing to. Somebody on the floor has got a cut, or is there something on the floor? I don't know what that whistle was from, but the official tapped his head saying official timeout. Something he saw he wanted a stoppage.
Might have been when the players were on the court and wanted to get it dried up. Well, this ain't the NBA. I don't think they have anybody out there to run out there and clean up the sweat.
Swiffers, those big, large Swiffers. And a kick out in the corner by Tilke. Nobody home. Jallo had vacated the corner. That'll turn it over here to Anoka. Ellis brings it across. Danny takes a handoff. Backdoor. Borchers had it tipped. He's still able to get it to his teammate Lackinen, who will get fouled and go to the line for 2. Nice ball movement there by Anoka, and they get foul shots out of it.
Yeah, Borchard saw Lackinen before he even caught the ball. So nice job by Anoka moving the ball. Now they just have to finish on these free throws, which have not been easy for him tonight.
And they were 2 for 5 from the line in the first half. 1 for 3 here in the second half, but Lackinen connects. He has 3 points. Borchers now leads the Tornadoes with 9. The lead is at 7 for Champlin Park. Gets a friendly bounce off the back iron. 4 for Lackinen. 6-point game. Rebel ball with Gavin Walters. Showed great ability to get the ball in the corner. It was a good kick out by Tilke. Tilke had it here, stripped away, and then he fouls Padani. Trying to get back to the ball, and he got Padani up high. And the foul is going to be on Preston Tilke.
Yeah, he got him pretty good there. He snapped that neck back a little bit. Padani's feeling that one.
That's Tilke's 3rd personal foul, 4th team foul already here on Champlin Park. You see right there. I don't think he poked him in the eye, but he got him up pretty high.
A nice job by our cameras and the ladies back in the truck.
Yeah, Trinity, Katie, Hannah, and Laney all in command of the truck tonight.
I like it.
And it's been an outstanding broadcast here so far. Good job back in the truck and all of our camera operators as well. And Oka ball. trying to cut into this lead. Down by 6. Padani, pull away 10 foot. No good. And tapped into the hands of Preston Tilke. And Tilke into the front court. Wagner, Jallo, Poost. He takes it in amongst the tall trees underneath, and he goes underneath, and he scores. Kyler Poost, the basket, and a foul up and coming, and a foul shot.
Yeah, nice job driving to the hoop right there by Poost. Puts it down and has an opportunity to make this a three-point play, and we're 15 minutes remaining here in the second half.
Poost had 2 in the first half, 4 now, and a chance for the three-point play. Dre Ellis picks up his first personal, first team foul this half on the Tornadoes, and the free throws is good. Poost throws a bit of a knuckler up there, not a whole lot of spin, but it falls nicely. 37-28, that lead for Champlin Park back to 9. Borchers, Lackinen, then it's Hibbler to Padani with the crossover and the reverse. 2 for Padani, just his 4th point. He averages 19.6, and that's just his 4th point of the game. Setting it up, Tilke over to Walter. Drive to the basket, Jallo kicked out, blocking foul. And it's on Padani.
Yeah, that could have gone either way, but they called that one on number 10 for Anoka, Padani.
Second personal on Padani, second team foul here on Anoka. Take a look at that play.
Yeah, he did have the feet moving, so good call by the officials.
Champlin Park inbound, get it right back to Wagner. Here's his 3, got it. Tyler Wagner started the game hot, finished the first half with 14. That's his first basket of the second half. He leads everybody with 17 points. 10-point game here for Champlin Park. Tornadoes in the corner. It's Hibbler inside the lane. They work it back around to Padani on that right wing. Backs his way in against Wagner. Up off the glass, nice hook shot. Padani taking it to Wagner. And Padani has 6. Trying to get heated up here for Anoka. Tilke to Walter. Jallo kicked out, Tilke. Back to Walter. Wagner went down to the box. Walter drives, a little off balance, but he gets it to go. Nice adjustment there by Gavin Walter. He has 9.
Yeah, Walters is pitching in real nice for Champlin Park tonight, looking for that third scoring option, and they have it in him.
Paquette for Anoka. It's back to 10. Matches the largest lead the Rebels have had. Here's the Hibbler drive. Kick out, Borchers, 3, front rim off. Rebound to Walter. And he'll bring it across on the far side. Walter takes it himself, comes up short. Ran into some resistance underneath. Rebound, Paquette. Here's his drive. Off the glass, strong and in. Dominic Paquette's first basket in transition.
A couple of those layups are going in for Anoka right now. They didn't in that first half. Padani has a couple, and Paquette gets one right there.
They like the basket to the left better than the one to the right. This is Wagner. Denied by Padani. They try the far side. It's Poost. And a foul on the floor. It'll go against Anoka's Kamari Hibbler. Second personal. Third team foul here on the Tornadoes. We're in the second half. Halftime score, Rebels led 29-21. Anoka has not led in this game. And Champlin Park's largest lead at 10. They've had that a couple of times. Right now it's at 8. Wagner's got to get into the backcourt. Borchers pressuring there on Walter. Walter goes back to get it. Gavin Walter right back to Wagner. Padani on him. Up and under his shot. Little fade away from 19-9. Missed. Rebound all the way back out to Walter. Champlin Park able to reset. Walter dribble between the legs. Kicked into the middle. Here's Jallo to the basket. Good ball movement there. And Jallo connects off the bench his first basket.
Yeah, nice assist right there. Want to see more assists by both of these teams. A lot of individual play right now.
That lead is back to 10. Here is Padani. Goes in. Missed the underhand fingertip layup. Rebound pushed ahead. Jallo for Wagner. Now the pass intercepted. Padani will take a pass long ahead, and he lays it up and in. Padani
nice play
now
by
has
Hibbler.
8.
Sorry, Jim, but yeah, Hibbler getting those quick hands, quick feet, gets the steal, feeds Padani.
Anoka trying to find a way to go on a run here. It's at 8. It's been bouncing back and forth between 8 and 10 here. And the ball is on the floor. It was kicked. And it's going to be out of bounds here to the Tornadoes.
Yeah, they just can't quite make that push. I think they had it down to 6 here early in this second half. But like you said, it's been between 8 and 10 most of the half.
Padani and Hibbler in the backcourt. Beckway's into the game. Borchers and Paquette, the 5 for the Tornadoes. Beckway, give and go. Backdoor cut off the glass, high and in. And the basket is good for Beckway, the Northern Illinois wide receiver commit. And a big hoop there, and he'll have a chance to add one to it.
That's Anoka's bench. Beckway right there from Hibbler. 2 guys that come off of the bench for Anoka and come up with a big basket.
He'll go to the line. We mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, Beckway has been a force off the bench the last 3 games. Averaging 15.3 points a game. He's been consistent. 15, 16, and then 15, and he connects here on the free throw. He has 5. That lead now for Champlin Park down to 5. Kyler Poost will bring it up slowly.
Yeah, I was going to say don't look now, but Anoka's within 5.
Hibbler gives it up then on the far side in the defense. Drive to the basket. Jallo missed. Rebound Wagner. He scores in a foul. Wagner, great body control. Give him 19. He can make it 20 here with this upcoming free throw.
And Wagner says, just wait a minute here. I'm going to put this thing back up to 8.
Borchers called for the foul, first personal. 4th foul team-wise for Anoka. Wagner's free throw comes up short. Rebound Tornadoes, Shearer. Hibbler for Anoka. Crossover right side, he's left wide open. Back iron deadens it. Champlin Park, Jallo clears the rebound. Poos will bring it across. Get into the hands of Walter. Walter to the middle, off a screen by Wagner. Takes it on the reverse, off the glass, too strong. Rebound again by Shearer, long feet ahead. Paquette. We'll wait for Hibbler to join the offense, and he'll reset here between the circles. Here's Paquette with his drive to the far side, down to the baseline, and it tapped away.
Yeah, quite a few fouls here early in this second half on Champlin Park. Won't be long, and Anoka will be at that line.
Yeah, 16 foul here on Champlin Park on this one. Jallo picks up his 4th. He's off the bench with 4. He's back on the bench now, with Ellis set to inbound for the Tornadoes. And on the inbounds, are going to get a foul called. And that'll be on Anoka. So getting a little too forceful there on the screen to set it up against the Rebels' defensive coverage on the inbounds. And that'll turn it over here, Rebels. Quick dialed up 3. Poos misses. Backside rebound up at end. Plunkett right there, boxing out on the backside. That's his first basket of the game. Back to 9 now for the Rebels. Ellis, 3, short. Wagner had it stripped away out of his hands by a Beckway. Right back up against Tilke, and timeout Anoka. Anoka with possession, so head coach Jesse Jefferson, 4th-year coach, calls timeout. And both teams will talk it over here with 10-12 left in the second half.
Well, the ball seems to be going in the bucket a little bit better for both of these teams here in the second half. And both of them average almost 80 points a game, and it was a real low-scoring first half, but a lot more scoring going on here in the second half, Jim.
Upcoming schedule for the Anoka boys basketball team, and you were right on the money, Pete, when you said both of these teams with 8 games left to go in the regular season. You see the Tornadoes non-conference game against Moorhead here this weekend. Coon Rapids, Elk River, Andover, Maple Grove, exclusively conference games after that. Tornadoes' last game of the season will be Thursday, February 27th at St. Francis. And for Champlin Park, their upcoming games, Armstrong, Blaine, Roseville. It's a non-conference game. They'll wrap up their regular season on February 25th with a non-conference game at Eden Prairie. Hard to believe we're already talking about section playoffs in all sports.
Yeah, I think girls hockey, it's either next week
Next
or
week, yeah.
Yeah, they get going right away here.
10-12 left. Time flies here. Ellis ready to inbound for Anoka. Trying to get this one back. Here going a run. They're down by 9. They're not out of the game by any means. Padani, baseline, but a couple times they've got it down to 3, down to 4, down to 5. Here's a 3. Misses from the near side. Corner by Bakit. Battle for the rebound. Loose on the baseline, and it's going to be out of bounds on the baseline off of the Tornadoes. Beckway was right there with the ball on the baseline. Turnover to the Rebels.
Yeah, Beckway's not the tallest guy out there, but he's very, very physical for Anoka.
Rebels have it. Poust tries to take it all the way. He does with a strong left hand. Poust with 7 now, and that leads at 11, the largest it has been here for Champlin Park. Padani. Left-hand dribble. Inside the lane, looks for Ellis, and through his fingertips and out of bounds. Turnovers have been an issue. And that'll give it back here to Champlin Park.
Yeah, we're just under 10 minutes, 9:33 remaining here in the game, and Anoka needs to pick up the pace here if they want to get back in this game. The largest lead for Champlin Park is at 11.
Poust averaging 6.1 a game. A season high was a game we had here on QCTV at 15 in a win over Elk River at Champlin Park High School. Poust has it back, and off of that little screen play there, foul will be called on Anoka. Ellis picks up his second foul. Both teams with 6 team fouls here. 11-point game. Inbounds. Fadeaway shot. Wagner, no good. Backside rebound. Ellis runs into some pressure before he got to the timeline. Now he'll bring it across. Back over to the right side. Borchers in front of the bench. Borchers gives it up for a Beckway. Near side wing. Ellis lost to put it right into the hands of Wagner. Here comes a dunk. Big slam by Wagner. And he has 21.
Yeah, he had a clear path right there, and he was going to show us what he can do.
Another turnover by Anoka, costing them 2. The lead is back and now up to 13 for the first time tonight. And the foul will be on Wagner, his second personal foul, trying to pressure that ball out top. That'll send Padani to the line. Bonus time.
Yeah, you got to get that first one so you get the second one right now for Anoka. They cannot leave any points on the court.
Yeah, when you're trailing, if you can score with the clock stop, that's to your advantage, and Padani takes advantage of it here. He'll get the second half. Gets it down to 12. And he does. He hits them both. Padani has 10. He leads the Tornadoes in scoring. Borchers has 9. 52-41, 11-point Champlin Park lead. Walter and Wagner for Poust. Back over to Tilke. Backs his way into the lane. Kicked out, open. Plunkett missed on the long bomb. Rebound, Padani. Anoka to push. Padani. A floating leaner got his own rebound, and he lays it up and in. Missed the initial shot, but got his own rebound and puts it up and in. He has 12 and a timeout here called by Anoka. 52-43. Usually when you're behind, you score a basket like that, you call timeout to set up the press, right, Pete? At least in the olden days.
Yeah, absolutely. With a team like Anoka that could score like they can, this game is far from over right now.
Take a look at the rankings in 4A. Cretin-Derham Hall undefeated at 17-0. You see Tartan in there without a loss. A lot of pretty impressive teams. Anoka ranked 9th. Anoka, I was looking at some of the notes that Coach Jesse Jefferson passed along. He had mentioned that it's like they were ranked, is it in the top 10 or the top 20 for the first time in 30 years for Anoka boys basketball? Does that sound about right, Pete?
Boy,
You've been around for a while.
I can't believe it's that long ago, but it probably is right. You know, Anoka very good in the 70s, and in the 90s won a state championship in the early 90s, but it's been a while, so there's a little bit of excitement here at Anoka High School for their basketball team. It looks like they get another tough one down the road here in Moorhead.
Yes. And, of course, Champlin Park and Anoka both right there. So a top 10 matchup here tonight, 9 versus 10. With 8:11 left to go in this second half. And Anoka's got it down back to single digits here, 52-43 with those foul shots. And then the little turnover and then the basket going the other way by by Padani, who now has 12. No full court pressure there. They drop back into the half court and a quick foul on Padani on the baseline drive.
Yeah, good quick feet right there, but Padani had to foul her. He was going to go in uncontested.
And that's the 7th team foul on Anoka, so bonus for both teams here. 1 and 1 here for Walter. Good. Walter has 10. Again, Wagner leads everybody with 21. Foul on Podani, that's his 3rd. Gavin Walter, front rim, back rim, no good. Podani crashes the glass, rips the rebound. And Peyton will bring it across. Peyton spins with the right hand off the glass. It rolls off. Rebound underneath. Back up and good by Abekwe. He has 7 points off the bench. Strong move. 53-45. Leads at 8 here for Champlin Park.
Abekwe's been pretty impressive in the minutes that he's been out there.
Walter, now Tilke. Rebels spreading it out here. Take some time off the shot clock. Wagner looking up at the shot clock. 10 seconds left to go in that shot clock. Lob it over the zone to Poost. Right back out to Walter. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and Walter hits from the free throw line. Wonderful use. Draining the shot clock, and with about 5 seconds left on that clock, Walter drains it for 12 now, and it's 10 points. And lead for Champlin Park. Podani, Borchers, Podani, it's Bakit. Down to the box, met a double teamed, out to Ellis. Ellis inside the lane. Podani takes the handoff, off the glass, missed. Tilke clears the rebound, fires it up ahead into the hands of Poost. He's going to take it all the way on the reverse. It's good for Kyler Poost. 9 for Poost, lead back to 12. Ellis looks for somebody cutting. It's knocked away by the Rebels. We end up getting a foul off of that situation. It's going to be on Wagner, it appears. It'll be his 3rd. And Podani back to the line.
Well, Champlin Park, they have to be really happy with the way they're playing right now. They have 4 guys who are close, if not in double scoring here, and there's that foul. A little bit of a trip with Poost and Walters and Wagner and Tilke.
I think Wagner is getting some attention. I don't know if he got a cut, if he cut his lip, and they're not subbing in another player. They're just giving him some quick. The Anoka fans are getting a little bit restless that Wagner was allowed to just get some attention from the trainer. I don't know what the rule is there. At what point in time, it's up to the officials to say, yeah, if he can't come in right away, you guys, coach, you have to either call a timeout here or you have to sub. Well, but apparently was quick enough. Wagner back in there.
Coach Jefferson for Anoka seems okay with it, so must be a certain amount of time.
Podani with 13 gets the second half here. And that is good. He makes them both. Podani 4 for 4 from the line. He now has 14 for the game. It's a 10-point game. And a foul called on Tilke against Bakit. Kind of wrapping around him to get around him on the pressure. And that'll turn it over.
Well, Tilkey's a physical player for Champlin Park, and he's done that a few times, and I guess they've seen it once too often here and make the call on him.
9th team foul here, no bonus on it, player control. Offensive foul, so Padani ball, 10-point game, but Anoka loses it on the floor, and then Champlin Park has it, and a quick 30-second timeout called by Coach Aaron Klepner.
Nice call there by Klepner. That saved them a possession right there. But good defense.
Sure. When Wagner was over at the trainer's corner here, I'm not sure. It almost looked like he was putting chapstick on, but I don't know what it was. If he got a cut lip,
might have been super glue.
Might have been super glue on a cut. Yeah, just like they used to like do in boxing. You got a cut man. So a 6:06 left to go. This is the second half here in a 10-point game, 57-47. Fouls are 9-7. Champlin Park 9, Anoka with 7. So both teams in the bonus.
Well, Champlin Park's done a great job, Jim, in eliminating the three-point shots for Anoka.
Yes.
Anoka lives on those three-pointers, making 135 on the years. So they don't have a whole lot of them tonight. I think maybe 2 or 3. I don't know if you have that stat or not.
Dre Ellis has the one. And that might be the only one I have. 57-47. Tilkey inside the paint. Good ball movement. Left, right. They end up with Poost. Now Plunkett. Wagner is out of the game right now. Walter. Across the zone to Plunkett. Shot short. And Quente with the rebound. Ellis. Borchers baseline underneath. Kicked out. Open three near side miss. That was Lackinen. And the rebound out to Walter. He'll push it ahead. 10-point game for Champlin Park. Nice spin. Kick out Poost and a travel. Poost kind of wanted to fake the three, and he took an extra step there on that fake on the drive. That'll turn it over to Anoka.
That's where you see it on all levels, college level, pro level, high school level. That's usually where you see that travel.
Nearing 5 minutes left. Tornadoes need a run. It's Podani with the ball. And Quente, the screen. He rolls. Podani's got it. Instead kicked into the corner. Borchers missed. The threes just have not been going here tonight. Anoka with just one in the game. That was Dre Ellis way back in the first half.
Yeah, and this is when Anoka needs to make some hay with Wagner out of the game.
Walter with a nice drive to the basket. He loop-de-loos his way to the hoop. He lays it in and will get an and one.
Boy, I've been impressed with him today. Here's another look at it. Went left hand to right hand, then back to left, back to right, and lays it in and gets fouled.
14 points now tonight for Walter, trying to make it 15. Foul on Enquente is first, and the foul is good. Foul shot and one for Gavin Walter. 15 points, 13-point lead for Champlin Park, matching their largest. Ellis, he's had a couple of those. That one was also out, defied gravity, was down, came out. Champlin Park rebound.
Yeah,
it's just
that
been
is
that
the
kind of
second
night.
one. Yes, he's had a couple like that.
Walter to the basket, blocked by Lackinen. Lackinen's got good length at 6'4", and it's swatted out of bounds. Hibbler will come back in here for Anoka, and Ellis will sit down.
Yeah, they're looking for a little bit of energy here with Hibbler and see if they can get themselves on a run down by 13, and Champlin Park has the ball.
Walter inbounds on the baseline. Tilkey. Walter again. Backdoor, nice feed. Blocked by Enquente. Getting his own rebound was Plunkett. And on the second block attempt, foul called.
A nice pass right there into the interior and a nice block. But once again, that second effort by Champlin Park gets him another opportunity at the free throw line.
Both teams with 9 team fouls. Foul shot good. Plunkett with 3. Hibbler called for the foul, his 3rd personal.
Here's another look at a nice block that comes up with that rebound and gets fouled on that 2nd attempt.
Plunkett hits them both. 4 points off the Plunkett started here tonight, so 4 points. 5 points off the bench. It's been all starters, just 5 points off the bench tonight for Champlin Park. 62-47. Champlin Park's largest lead is at 15 right now. Borchers, baseline drive, kicks it to Lackinen. Little half baby hook. It falls and doesn't go. Back up to the baseline, knocked out of bounds. Whose ball is it? It's the Tornadoes.
Yeah, nice move there by Lackinen. Went left to his right. Little short shot, just came up short.
Danny was going to inbound. Now they'll have Hibbler inbound on the baseline, near side. He's looking underneath. He does. He goes to Borchers, and he has to quick shoot it up, and he does. Had to beat the defense, and boy, did Borchers do that. He has 11 quick inbounds basket. Timeout called Anoka.
Well, Borchers picked up his game here in the second half, and so has Podani. Haven't seen a whole lot out of Ellis. Had a couple of shots that didn't go down for him, but that's that 3rd scorer for Anoka that they really need to compete against a team like this, and they're still down by 13.
I have them for 15 points off the bench for Anoka. That shows their depth, and that's one of the areas that we talked a lot about and that Coach Jesse Jefferson mentioned often as well, their depth. Upcoming broadcast schedule here on QCTV. Tomorrow night it's wrestling. Pete, you're going to be on that one?
I'm going to be on that one. Yep, Andover against St. Thomas Academy. Girls basketball, Coon Rapids at Anoka, and then Maple Grove at Anoka, and boys hockey and girls basketball, Blaine against Champlin Park. That's the upcoming schedule at QCTV.
Our season's starting to wind down as well.
Yeah, playoff time's coming up though, and that's always good stuff.
Champlin Park. Wagner back into the game. Here comes the full court pressure by Anoka. They need some things to happen here. The clock is against them. The scoreboard's against them, down by 13. And Champlin Park does a nice job breaking the pressure. Gavin Walter bumped up against Hibbler, and there was contact there. And are they going to call Walter for initiating the contact? They are.
Yeah, he kind of threw a little bit of his shoulder in there. You could call it or not call it, but they decided to call it here.
That's Walter's second, so no foul shots. See if the Tornadoes can take advantage. Like I said, they need some shots to fall here. And Quente, baseline, off the glass, too strong, rebound Wagner.
They have to play some defense right now.
Bumped away, Tilke, right back to Wagner. One-on-one with Podani. Off a Jallo screen. Oh, perfect pick and roll. Wagner and Jallo work that to perfection, and Jallo lays it in. He's got 4 points.
Yeah, nice assist there by the big man.
And Quente, and missing. Wagner rebounds it again. And we'll bring it across. Champlin Park really in no hurry, although Wagner will see a seam. He lays it up and in, takes it to the hoop. He has 23 for the game. Anoka back, long feed, layup missed by Lackinen.
Yeah, that's 3 inside the cylinder for Anoka that they've missed, and Champlin Park's come down and put the ball in the bucket on 2 of those 3.
That lead is up to 17 now here for the Rebels. Borchers strips it away. Here comes Trey. Headband and all. Up off the glass. Misses, but a foul.
Yeah, not going the way that Trey Borchers usually goes tonight. You can see the frustration, and he'll go to the free throw line, but usually he'll make that one and get the end one.
4th foul by Tilke. Double bonus the rest of the way for both teams. So 2 shots here for Borchers. Going to go to Bemidji State. Play football. Rattles that one in. Borchers with 12 points. His high was 27 earlier this season against Coon Rapids.
Borchers, one of those wide receivers from Anoka. Bemidji State had a good year this year. They played Division II football up there. Good, got beat by Mankato State, I believe.
Yeah, Mankato had a wonderful run. Second one good. Borchers hits them both. He's 3 for 5 from the line tonight. He has 13 points, but Danny leads the Tornadoes with 14. But they're running out of time. Champlin Park ball up by 14. Into Wagner. Right back out. Poost. Walter. Backs his way. Zigzags his way to the hoop. Gavin Walter. Nice job there. Anoka trying to pressure. Trying to get the ball really without fouling at that point, but Walter with a burst of speed to the basket has 17. Here's Padani, tries to answer, it rolls off, no good. Saving the rebound from going out of bounds is Poos. There's Wagner, tried to dribble behind his back, lost it out of bounds. It'll go to Anoka. Just a minute 25 left.
Don't put Danny at the, looked like an easy ball right there. That's kind of been Anoka's night. A different night, it might have a different outcome, but tonight it's been all Champlin Park, and it started right away, Jim. They ran off to a 9-point lead in the first couple minutes.
Really never looked back. Anoka got to within 3 once and 5 a couple of times. Ball down low. Abekwe takes that nice pass underneath, across the lane. 9 points, Abekwe. 68-53. Wagner will get fouled.
Yeah, Anoka, a team that scores a little over 77 points a game, is at 53 with a minute left, and Champlin Park's up at 68, and they score about 80 a game, so they're closing in on their mark.
Well, when they played earlier, it was 86-85 Champlin Park. When they played last year, Champlin Park won 83-82 and 76-74. One of the games 2 years ago was 78-75 Champlin Park. So we expected a close one here tonight, and it just hasn't been as close as we expected. Did Wagner hit both of those?
He did.
All right, Wagner now at 25. And I think the difference was Anoka just did not hit their shots early on, missed a lot of close ones, had a couple of turnovers that cost them as well.
Yeah, and you have to hand it to the Coon Rapids coaching staff, taking those threes away. Here's a look at one right here.
Here is a straightaway three. No bounce, layup, no good. As Abekwe took it, and then, or Bakit took it. Abekwe was underneath for the rebound, missed. Rebound, Champlin Park. We'll come back the other way with 40.9 left to go. Yeah, the Rebels, especially early on, they were not. Remember when it was tied 13-8 forever? Yeah. That was an opportunity because Champlin Park had started strong, and then they went cold. Anoka could not take advantage of that. And the Rebels, they haven't shot particularly well here tonight, although they're up to 70 now. They've been better than Anoka, and really when you're playing in a game, that's all you ask, just be better than the other team.
Yep, that's what counts.
3 wasn't a big part of the game here tonight either for Champlin Park. Tilke misses both of those free throws. 71-53, lead is at 18. Here's Padani to the basket. He'll get 2.
Well, Padani's not quitting here. He's going to play till the end.
Bruce picks up his 3rd foul. Padani gets an and 1. He is 4 for 4 from the line tonight. He has 16 points. He's 5 for 5 from the line. And has a team high 17. With 30 seconds left, shot clock off. Walter brings it across here for Champlin Park.
Yeah, I think they're just going to let him dribble it out.
Yeah, he's got the ball on that far side of the court. Teams already patting each other on the back here. Anoka trying to tap it away. He'll hold on to it. 5 seconds left. They're just going to let the time run out. And we will get the horn, and this is a Champlin Park victory. 71-56, Pete. Champlin Park comes in here, build an early lead, and they hold on throughout the rest of the game. They never really allowed Anoka back into the game Anoka with a few spurts here or there, but Champlin Park always kept them at arm's length and never let them get any closer. We mentioned it was 3 and then, 5, 6, 7, 8 points, but that was as close as Anoka would get. And then Champlin Park spreads it out, and they win it by 15 here at the end.
Yeah, really impressed with Champlin Park. Like I said, the depth for their top 5 players are double-digit guys, and they played really, really well. You can see that Anoka has potential. That just wasn't their night tonight.
No, they suffer their 4th loss of the season. They dropped to 14-4, 9-3 in the conference. Again, they've bettered their records already from last year for the Anoka Tornadoes. They host Moorhead on Saturday, at Coon Rapids on Monday, host Elk River on Wednesday. Champlin Park improving with this victory, 14-3. They're 10-1 now in the conference. And for the Rebels on Monday, they host Armstrong. Then they're at Blaine on Wednesday of next week. Well, for Pete Hayes, for Trinity, Katie, Hannah, and Laney, all in the truck who did a great job tonight. The ladies were outstanding. For our entire crew here, everybody at Anoka High School, I'm Jim Erickson. Again, the final tonight, boys basketball. Champlin Park gets the win. They sweep the season series 71-56 over Anoka here tonight. Good night from the Anoka High School as you've been watching high school boys basketball on QCTV Sports.
We finna